Here we go from WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Palou gets the jump. Kirkwood looking to challenge on the outside.
Nice clean start, but Kyle Kirkwood going big, deep into turn 2. Can he hold it side by side, that pink and black machine to the front?
That's what I was talking about. Jam up Alex Palou. Kirkwood getting it done as Colton Herta and Alexander Rossi go side by side, and that is Scott McLaughlin in the red-white car off in the dirt early at the exit of turn 3.
Great move from Kirkwood, leading early here. You see Rossi there in the orange and white machine side by side. There's Marcus Armstrong in that green Ridgeline machine for Chip Ganassi Racing, making a move. All single file here through turn 6 or not.
And Kevin, we've defined the data so far. This is the first race in 4 that we've made it through the first corner of the first lap, but we're not done with the first lap yet. Ferrucci was side by side at the top of the hill. Armstrong. Grosjean side by side.
Again, that tire advantage on the green, number 11 of Armstrong. As we see Rasmussen getting Ericsson, getting forceful, pushing him off there.
They've gone back and forth a couple of times already. Felix Rosenqvist running third, looking up at the 2 leaders, and Alex Palou looks like he might be closing in a little bit.
He's looking very strong indeed. When you run that close behind another Indy car, only about a half-second gap right now, you're riding in that dirty air, that wake that the car creates. It takes downforce off of your car. That's taking grip away. And with all these fast-flowing corners at Laguna Seca, that cost you big lap time. So for him to be able to maintain that close a gap shows me that he's got way more potential, way more pace in this race car. And he's just got to find a clean way by Kirkwood and get that clean air. This is great defensive driving, though, from Kyle Kirkwood. You're so hard as a driver in this scenario, Townsend. As you know, you've got to be eyes forward, hitting your apexes, hitting your break points, but at the same time, you've got to keep one eye on the rearview mirror to see where that number 10 is. That bright yellow DHL car making all sorts of flashes in the wing mirrors of the 27 and keeping focused, keeping your car on track, hitting all your marks under this kind of pressure is incredibly difficult, but for 23 laps, Kirkwood's done it beautifully.
Meanwhile, Scotty Mack is going to be anxiously pushing to get past the car of Stingray Robb in order to make that earlier stop work. He needs some clean racetrack. Here's McLaughlin, that's Robb up ahead. McLaughlin full push right now. Just wonder, is it a mistake that Kirkwood stayed out this long as both Kirkwood, his teammate Herta, and Christian Lundgaard all come to the box? The blend will be fascinating to see what was better.
It's on the nose, it's stuck, or sorry, on the right side of the front wing. It's on the front wing. Clear? The car doesn't turn now.
Yeah, that's Christian Lundgaard saying that the car just won't turn. I just talked to the team, though. They're not sure if they're going to bring him in yet. They're weighing out their options, but there is a spare nose ring ready and available.
Tires, because it doesn't turn in high speed.
Going wrong for Lundgaard. It went a little bit wrong for Marcus Ericsson as well. We saw him have an off-track excursion right there in turn 10. Made it back on track, but running down in 17th. Let's take a look back at what happened to the driver of the 28. Just big oversteer right at turn into turn 10. It's so banked there.
Whoa!
Joseph Newgarden was diving into pit lane to serve a penalty.
That was close.
The penalty was for an improper pit exit.
Yeah, he lost control on pit out and went through the dirt between pit lane, but that was a little dicey for Joe New.
To kind of just do what they want it to do. It's a harder compound than it was last year, and frankly, it's thrown them for a loop. So for them to have this kind of pace, as we see a big crash.
51, Giotto off heavy.
Is okay, but let's see the replay here.
Oh, he just got loose.
Lost it early. Maybe even dropped a wheel on the entrance curb.
13 years ago is in play. Don't forget the restart line is different this year. It's after they get around the final corner. Palou with a great jump, and Grosjean is trying to take a peek at Pato O'Ward for second coming up the hill.
Going to be tough for Grosjean. He's on those blacks. He's got O'Ward in front on the reds. The grip is going to go to O'Ward, but Grosjean's trying to make it work on the outside. Townsend, I think he got it done.
Black tires versus red tires, and amazingly on a restart, Grosjean making those sticker blacks work as someone's off. Is that Siegel?
I think that was Nolan Siegel, yeah, the number 6.
Exited turn 2. Just spins up the rears, and then the right rear falls off the exit curb to the Monterey dirt. No traction out there.
So just like that, we are back to caution. Pato Award, David Malukas on his season debut in 4th, and Armstrong in 5th. Let's go again from Laguna Seca. Grosjean's got a little bit of a run.
Alex Palou got a little sideways exiting 11. Here comes Grosjean, but he's gonna take the conservative path in the brake zone.
Pietro Fittipaldi locking up there side by side with the 41 is Stingray Rob. Rob's got the grip advantage with those reds, but side to side hip check from Fittipaldi pushes him right off. Now Rossi going around in the orange and white McLaren. And he's going to want to extend this lead. Grosjean, Canapino off.
That was Kiffin Simpson just behind the Argentinian driver, Canapino.
Just saying a 109.3 for Palou is a 110.8 for Herta.
So let's see where Pietro Fittipaldi sits. Does he get the car back before the transponder? It doesn't look like he will, James. He just passed the line, and we just heard from race control. This is such a crucial hit for Pietro Fittipaldi. He will have to come through pit lane again for a drive-through.
But he's got to be so careful because the cars around Palou, he can't do it. He's got to save so much fuel right now, and that's where the advantage can swing back in Palou's favor.
And isn't it remarkable how quickly the sticker reds come in? Oh, I say that, and Palou just got all kinds of squirrely opportunity for Kirkwood in the corkscrew.
He can't take advantage of it. He couldn't hit the button. He had to lift at the end of the straightaway. There's a big number that's having to be hit by the drivers that pit. Colton Herta, Alex Rossi, Kyle Kirkwood. But Palou, he can run full fuel with a set of sticker reds. Now, he said this is his less preferred set of tires, but we'll see what kind of pace he's really got once these things get fired up. The number 7 and the number 26 in front of them, they've got to really protect that fuel number in order to make it to that final stop window. I want that bit between my teeth as a driver to know, yeah, you can go after these guys. They can't defend, and he's got to run here up the hill, Townsend.
Oh, but will Rossi give him the space? He will. Palou charging up the inside, and now Alex Palou can keep that head down and go after Colton Herta.
He really doesn't. They'll peel off in front of him. He'll have as many clear laps as he wants to try to make the overcut work, but he's got a great run. He's going inside here at the corkscrew, and it's not even a contest. Herta having to back off and a pass for the lead at the top of the hill.
And famously, you'll remember a Chip Ganassi driver passing a Herta going into the corkscrew. This one a lot less dramatic than back when Alex Zanardi did it in 1996 on Father Brian.
Too soon. Too soon.
Barry Wanzer said at the start of the day, used reds are not an option for us. That was their only option, so used blacks it is.
Oh, and Palou just barely got in ahead of what might be a caution, but he's already safe. He's exiting pit lane.
Where's Colton Herta relative to Romain Grosjean? Because Grosjean just made his final stop as Stingray Rob continues.
Crucially kept the car running, kept the green flag out. No need for a safety car.
Track and field trials in Eugene, Oregon. That was fun to watch last night. James Hinchcliffe, Townsend Bell with us as well. And Christian Lundgaard with a little hip check. And that is going to send Marcus, was that Marcus Armstrong in the wall?
He just pulled out in front of a car at huge speed. That could have been disastrous.
And Joseph Newgarden didn't get in. There's the full course yellow, so he'll be safe to complete this service. Red tires coming off, sticker set of primary tires going on. Final stop of the day here for Newgarden with that front wing change as well.
What happened to Marcus Armstrong with Christian Lundgaard coming through?
Lundgaard gets into the inside there. Armstrong, I thought, was in the fence here, but then looped it back across. I don't know who that was.
It is a straight-up fight to the finish. Palou, Newgarden in play, unexpected. Herta, Rossi, Grosjean looking to win. Time to go again from WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca.
James Herta got all kinds of sideways out of turn 11. Does Rossi take advantage? Here comes Rossi to the outside. He'll have a look, and now he's going to press.
He's going for it. It's not going to work. Smart to back out of it. Now he's got to go defensive against Grosjean into 3, but Rossi on those reds, they're going to be a little bit better for the first couple corners. Herta again sliding out of turn 3, punishing the rear Firestones on that 26.
Kirkwood back there in that pink and white Auto Nation car might have to save a little bit as well as Scott McLaughlin is coming through, and that's on his teammate, and he's around. Contact with power, and Grosjean has to right the way, or make that McLaughlin has to right the way after the contact.
Crucially kept it running and going up the hill.
As Dixon now really starting to crawl all over the back of Kyle Kirkwood.
Power lost a few spots there in that contact.
Oh,
with
motor issue.
That hurts him. And
Jack Harvey.
Yeah, Jack Harvey is going to have to pull off.
Right side headers blowing smoke. That's right at pit exit. Pit out. Look at the marbles.
And we've gone caution. Stay with us. Another restart is coming up. Getting set to go green with just over 10 remaining. Palou around the final corner. Herta chasing him. He's got to run. Herta going into the Andretti hairpin. Can he go around the outside?
It's the sketchy way to do it, but it doesn't mean he's not going to try. Palou later on the brakes covers it off. You heard the frustration in the voice of Herta on the fuel number that he had to make. Now you see Rossi going on the inside of 3.
Rossi having a look, and Romain Grosjean there for Juncos Hollinger quietly stalking. What does Grosjean have for Alexander Rossi as they exit 4 and make the run to turn 5? Push to pass, looking good for Grosjean. He has 29 seconds left.
Joseph Newgarden is not done. Can think about the podium. That's him in the white and black car chasing the green and black car of Grosjean. Herta has the most push to pass if he has enough fuel to be able to use it.
That last graphic was the fact that Herta's got 55.
Oh, and this will be another yellow. Big front impact. The driver on the right, that's Kiffin Simpson on the left. But somebody square into the concrete as we look at the back of the car, the Mobile One.
Take a look here. So it started with Kiffin Simpson just going a little bit wide, hooking to driver's left, right across the traffic. Rahal nowhere to go. He was so close. He avoided that incident with Armstrong earlier.
Out of this corner is when they go. Rossi in third, Grosjean, green and black car in fourth. Then it's Newgarden, the Indy 500 winner the last 2 years. Great jump for Alex Palou. Headed down into the Andretti hairpin, which is turn 2 after the kink. Rossi's got a run on Herta.
Late on the brakes for Rossi, but not late enough. Palou learned from his first one. Didn't get the squirrely exit out of 11. Grosjean thought about the outside of Rossi, couldn't make it stick. They're all line astern through turn 3.
How much dirt did Grosjean get on his tires by going wide? Because Joseph Newgarden in the Hitachi car on the charge. It looks like Grosjean's okay. They're single file to turn 5. He started up front. We said it at the beginning of the race that the only way to potentially stop this guy is to jam him up early. Andretti Global did that with Kyle Kirkwood getting to the front. Now Colton Herta rides in second, but still, between both of their star drivers, there is nothing for Alex Palou today at Laguna Seca.
Podium still somewhat in question. Does Grosjean have anything to get up to Alexander Rossi? Meanwhile, out front, Alex Palou. Strategy was in question at one point. Once again, Chip Ganassi Racing made the right call. One more corner to go for Alex Palou. And his mastery at Monterey continues. In 4 races, it's been a podium every time. Alex Palou has won the second time at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca and takes the lead in the championship.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys did an amazing job. I'm sorry I put ourselves.
This checkered flag moment is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. It again belongs to Alex Palou. In his starts at this track, he has finished second, first, third, and first.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.